All right, welcome everybody to the APA Chinook wins in Lincoln City. APA 8-ball event, and this is day one. We've got singles match between Brad GEROW and John BARDIERI.
72, that's Jennifer and Tina, you're on 72. That is all.
And we're underway. That is John BARDIERI at the table right now. Took solids. Eyeing up the one ball. This is a straight race to 4 for both players. Both of them are skill level 5 APA rated. Good attempt there for the side pocket. So he's going to turn the table over to Brad GEROW, who has a pretty good layout here for stripes. And I think the main thing that he's going to be concerned with is taking care of this 13-14 ball up here. The 14, it looks like, does play to the top left corner as you see it. Just needs to get into that position to be able to play that ball or break out those 2 balls. I like his shirt, Puddle's Pity Party. Oh, no. So an unfortunate miss there on that side pocket shot, but he's going to leave John an opportunity here to get something going, but not an easy shot to be left with. He can play that 4 in the side pocket, but that cue ball is going to travel. Down table. So difficult shot to get position on. Let's see if he can avoid running into that 13 ball on his way down. That's the key. If he runs into that 13, he's probably going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He did run into the 13, and what's he going to get left with? Looks like he might have the 1 ball in the side pocket. So I do believe that 1 plays in the side, which could take the cue ball off the 9 and in that same direction for the 5 next. So this could work out well if he pockets this ball.
You're supposed to be at table 32. This is your second call. Ben Whitley, McGuire. Ben Welby. Brandon McGuire, 56. If you're wondering, we have not called any skill level 6s yet, and only about half of the 3s. Otherwise, you're somewhere in the bracket that hasn't been called out yet. If you haven't heard your name, then we probably haven't said it. Or you weren't in the room. Sean. Richard Jones, you're supposed to be at table 40. This is your second call. There's that one. And then we're looking for both of these or just her? Okay, Tandy Holbrook. Tandy Holbrook, you're supposed to be at table 51. I said it wrong last time, so I'll give you an extra minute. This is your second call. Hold up your stick, ref, where we at? Need a ref, go ahead and call it out. Hold up the butt of your gear so we can see where you're at. It's a big room.
All right, so John now with a really golden opportunity to close out rack 1 of this set. Just a couple of simple shots here. Got a little bit flat on that 5 ball. I think he would have preferred to have an angle on that. Would have made it a little bit easier to come up for the 8 ball, but if he just puts a little bit of draw on this cue ball here, he can come up a little bit to make that 8 much easier in the side pocket. Oh, okay. So he came off the rail and came back out. So he still has the side pocket, marks it with his marker. And we'll attempt the cut shot here. A little bit of a high-risk shot. If he does not make it, his opponent will have a really good opportunity to close out the rack and take the first game of this set. Down it goes. Rack 1 goes to John Bardieri. And we are underway in this race to 4 APA Chinook Wins Singles tournament. And this is Patrick Nix commentating to you straight from the EvoSports streaming platform. So the players are utilizing this streaming platform with the tablet that's on the table over there, keeping score themselves. This is a system that is a player-run live stream system designed to be installed in bars and pool halls as well as homes for players that would like to live stream their matches but really don't want to have to run any kind of complicated software or technology. It's pretty simple. You just use the tablet, you enter in your player names, your race length, and hit start stream. And it automatically sends it out to YouTube and even provides you with a nice friendly QR code so that you can link and find that match and share it out to your friends right from the tablet. So, okay. So here we go. John to break. Electing to go with the second ball break here. Gets a good scatter. Dry break though. Good control of that cue ball. Did not send the cue ball flying around the table, so that's always a good thing. If he would have pocketed a ball, he would have had a really nice opportunity for the run out potential. But now Brad GEROW at the table, skill level 5 also. He's going to see if he can make an attempt at tying up the score here of this set. Okay. So John back to the table with another opportunity here. He does have to be aware of the problems down here with the 6 and the 14 ball. Looks like they're a little bit tied up. Probably wants to figure something out early within this rack on how he wants to approach that. Ooh, tough miss there. I think he was really focused on getting prime position for the breakout shot next. So that's usually what happens when you're really focused on a specific spot to get play position on. You can take a little bit of attention away from the shot. So both players just getting down and kind of firing at these. So we'll see what happens. And now John with an attempt at the 13 ball here. And I believe he's left Brad an opportunity on the 4 and the side pocket here. Down goes the 3-ball. And I wonder if he has the window here on the 1-ball to play this one down into this corner. I'm not sure if he's got that window there. No, I don't think he did. He wasn't looking at the corner at all, so I'll be turning the table over to John with stripes. And let's see what he can get going here. And he sends that 6-ball for a ride around the table, but it did not find a home anywhere. And again, this is APA. You do not have to call the pocket except for on the 8-ball. As long as you make a legal shot, meaning you hit your ball first, anything of your suit that goes into a pocket after that does count as a successful shot. Your inning is allowed to continue. So John Bardieri getting go with stripes here. Let's see if he can stay in line for this position on all the balls being at this side of the table. I was just going to say he probably doesn't want to bump anything because they were all playable for pockets. I think he made the run out a little bit more difficult by bumping that 12 over there by the 9. But I do think he still has a good opportunity to potentially close out the rack here. And he got a little more draw out of that than he was expecting. Came above the 9. I think he wanted to stay below the 9 to play the 9 in that side pocket. I think ideal position would have been cue ball here, so he could have played the 9 in that side pocket. All right, so kind of an unfortunate leave there for Brad. Looks like he kind of got stuck behind that 6-ball, so he's got to find a place to play safety here. Tries to back cut the 6. No good. And potentially left an opportunity, I believe, on the 13 or the 9 is playable. For John. Is he going for this combo? I think he's going for the combo shot here. Looks like the 12-13 combo. He's really taking his time to make sure that he's set just right here for this shot. Putting a lot of focus and concentration into it. Making his adjustments. And successful combination. Well done. He's got a good opportunity here to take this lead to 2-0 in this short race to 4. like it. He did not get in trouble. He was hoping that cue ball was going to stop in time, and it did. So now he can elect to either roll the 9 ball in or stun this with a little bit low on the cue ball and stun it in there just to hold it. But he definitely wants the cue ball to be held in this area here. That's pretty good. Good enough. If not perfect, I'd say. So he's looking for the 8 in the corner, it looks like. I think he can also draw back for position right in here. He can stun this cue ball right up to the spot and play the 8 ball in the other corner if he elects to. Whichever one feels easier. It looks like he's going for position over here to play the 8 ball in the top left corner. Pretty close there. So a little bit more difficult of an 8 ball than maybe what he was hoping for. He has marked the pocket, which is the rule in APA. You must mark the pocket for the 8 ball. If you do not mark the pocket and the 8 ball goes in, you lose the game.
Jed, I have a question for you.
So I like the focus he's putting into these shots, starting with that combination and closing it out, trying to close it out with that 8 ball just a little bit offline, and he's going to leave Brad a bit of a difficult shot here on the 2 ball. I believe that's the only ball that he has. He can either bank the 6 or play the 2 down table. You got to watch the scratch here. Well played shot from Brad. And Brad's got to be careful here because this 6 ball, shooting the 6, will sell out the 8 if you miss. And it almost blocked the pocket, but I do believe that that pocket is still available for the 8. Let's see if he goes over and marks it. He does. I don't think he has the entire pocket available to him, but I think that you want to, if you don't have the whole pocket available, you probably play the 8 ball into the rail, into the 6, and have it go in, because that way, at least if it doesn't go in, you block that pocket and you make it very difficult for your opponent to have anything. There it goes. Down it goes, and Brad GEROW ties up the score. Or so that was John. Sorry, John BARDIERI takes a 2-0 lead. BARDIERI, I believe his last name is pronounced. And on to rack 3. Here we go. And John inspecting the rack. It is opponent racks for you in APA, so I believe that's sort of customary that you do want to check the rack to see if there's any gaps in there, or make sure that everything's nice and snug. Not that they would intentionally do something like that, but sometimes balls can roll off when you rack them. And this break turned into a big cluster. We have got a mess of balls here. And so the only option to get started is solids. You can either start with the 7 or the 6. And he starts with the 7. So he takes solids, does Brad. And I would imagine just you're going to play some safeties here just until things get loosened up a bit, which is exactly what he does there. Loosens up his 2-ball and plays a safety. We'll see how long it takes and how aggressive these players want to be on this rack to loosen up the remaining balls that are clustered together there. Oh, heck of a shot. Back cuts the 10-ball. I didn't know that was available to him. So a well-played shot from John. But he's not out of the woods just yet. He's got...
When you bring your completed score sheet in, please circle the winner at the top of the score sheet on the sticker.
So it looks like he's still got 4 of his balls that are really kind of tied up, and doesn't really look like there's an easy way to get a breakout going here unless you play that 14 up in the corner up here and try to draw the cue ball into your striped balls down here, which I think is what he's trying to do, or he's using top. So let's see how successful he can get with. Okay, so he wasn't really attempting the breakout, just moving things, rearranging the furniture a little bit. And what do we have here for solids now? I wonder if there's a combo here. He's looking at this 3, 12, 5 combination to see if the 5 goes here, but I don't think it does, and I don't think he thinks it does either. So he's just going to play safe. Let your opponent do the heavy lifting for you. Smart play.
Tangy Holbrook, or Tangy Holbrook, whatever. This is your third call for table 51. If you do not show up in the next 5 to 7 minutes, you will forfeit this round.
He's coaching that 1 ball to try to go into the pocket, but not enough gas to get there. Got to really jack up on this. Well done. Slides that 9 ball right into the side pocket.
Randy Workman, table 22. Stella Rundle and Tom Wheel, table 27. And Alex Ricketts, Grace Hayes on table 28.
All right, so he's really close to his work here with the 11 ball. But it does lead him down. He doesn't have to do a whole lot to get shape on the next ball, which would probably be this 13 over here. But the real problem is the 14 up table. That ball doesn't have a home, and he needs to figure out something with that one. Okay, so he's drawing back, taking the 15 next. And this might be kind of a prime opportunity to get on the 12 ball here.
Tangy, which table was that in? He's on her way. Randy Rusiker and Evie Hazlett.
Okay, so he's on the
Randy
12.
Rusiker, Evie
Not
Hazlett,
sure if there's
table
enough
41.
room for that 12 to get past the 13, or if he's going to have to play a
Celine
combo
Love
shot on
and
this.
Michael Powers. Michael Powers, Celine Love are on 24.
Looks like he's gearing up for a combination shot on the 12-13. Just a little bit short. He just overcut that by a hair and didn't really move the 13 as far as he wanted to. So here we go. Brad GEROW takes care of that 5 ball, no problem. I like it. 5, 3, 4,
Jason Curtis.
5, 3, 4,
Andy.
1, 6, 8. That's the
Andy,
pattern
Jason
that I'm
Curtis,
calling here.
15. And on table
I like the 1
13,
next here, if you can get on it.
Janet Joe,
And
Sean McKellar,
you could also
13.
elect to play the 6-1 combination here. You do have to watch the scratch. I don't think it's a natural scratch. I think the tangent line probably takes you to the rail right there. So he elects to take the 1 straight in, leaving him a little bit more of a difficult shot on the 6. I think the combination would have given him a better position, playing the 6-1 combo and then leaving the 6 inside that pocket there. So so now John BARDIERI.
And Andy Howard, you're on table 25. That's Matt Herkey, Andy Howard, 25. Guy Fiddler, Jeffrey Nason. Jeffrey Nason, Guy Fiddler on table 32.
So it is a little bit loud with the announcers here. They are doing paper brackets here, so they do have to announce every time a match starts. They have to announce it on the PA system. So I'll try to adjust my volume so that it's not super loud on the live stream when they are doing those announcements, but it's just part of the natural tournament sounds that you're going to get being in this room. We are in a room with 76 pool tables, diamond 7-foot pool tables. The Chinook Winds Casino and Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon. So he gets that combination there, does John, and I believe that 8's going to play in the side, so he's going to play the 12 in the corner and try to just come up for the 8 in the side. I believe the natural position can get you, without a lot of effort, can get you somewhere in this circle. That's ideal. You don't really want to be on the rail for the 8 ball, so I would just put a little bit of left English on this ball just to bring it back so you're not on the rail. He just decided to use center ball, which is fine. Still has a good opportunity on the 8 ball, but a little bit of left spin would have gotten him about 3 or 4 inches off that rail, making the 8 ball a bit easier to manage. So John BARDIERI to take a 3-0 lead in this race to 4. He'll be on the hill with this 8 ball. And it's good. And now Brad GEROW is going to have to win 4 straight racks to stay in this thing. So really tough start for Brad. Let's see if he can turn things around. So good break there from John. Pockets 2 balls, I believe both solids on the break. Nope, he got a stripe and a solid in on the break. So John electing to attempt stripes to take first. Just a little bit offline.
Table 53, Sarah Myers Mitchell, Michael Young, that's 53. Table 44, Tyson Kernquist, Jason Alford. Tyson and Jason on 44.
All right, so that's leaving Brad to take the stripes. Pocketing that first ball and now getting an opportunity to get the 9 all the way down in the corner. The 12 puts a stop shot on the 12 to go with the 15. And Brad is really shooting at a lightning fast pace. And I know some players do better with that fast pace. They sort of get into that rhythm. But certainly it can affect you as well when you need to. There are certain shots that you really need to put a little extra concentration on. And you want to make sure that you've got your angle and line just right before you pull the trigger. And I think John is just doing that a little bit better in this match.
On 11, we have Randy Mester, Kapil Lande. Randy and Kapil on 11. 26 is Chris Beverly, Zane Morris. Chris Beverly, Zane Morris on 26. On 69, we have Jeremy Ivy and Jeremiah Clement. Jeremy and Jeremiah on 69. 17, we have Kim Harmon, Charles Moore. Kim and Charles on 17. On 16, Todd Hill, Jeremy Frick. Todd and Jeremy on 60.
You had 90, but I spent 80, so you didn't win. Thank you very much.
So as I was saying before, I think John BARDIERI is a little bit more accurate. Oh, I just had the commentator curse him there, didn't I? But he's taking a little bit more time with focusing on his aim and the shot speed and everything. And that I think that's one of the reasons why he's got the lead in this match. He's been just a little bit more accurate than Brad has in this set. So let's see if Brad can kind of take a cue from that and maybe see if he can turn it around a little bit here. He did not get shape on that 15 ball at all. He's got no pocket for the 15 to really go in.
Table 18, Jeff Morrison, Janet Andreessen. Jeff Morrison, Janet Andreessen on 18. 43, Thomas Cord, Devin Walsworth. Thomas Cord, Devin Walsworth on 43. 54, we have Larry P. and James Pope. Larry and James on 54. On table 47, Scott Ruxegger and Justin Walker. Scott Ruxegger, Justin Walker on 47. On 9, we have, I was saving this one for John, dang it. Shethra Penkosh and Jason Chun. Seskla and Jason on 9. That is a mouthful. Oh, here's another one. Swarnindu Tiswa and Eric Harmon. These are real names, people. On 63, on, is that 71? 71, we have Ron Sonray and Kelsey Joe. Ron Sonray, Kelsey Joe on 71.
So John getting a bit out of position on that last shot, leaving his cue ball all the way on that bottom rail. So he's got to play some distance on this 4 ball here.
Table 66, Christian Zavate and Marius Christian and Marius on
Well played.
66.
Well played shot on the 4 ball. Sets himself up nice for the 3 to get down for either the 1 or the 6 next. So he's in a good position here to close out the set. If he can just stay in line. I believe he's probably going to roll up for the 6 next. He probably wants that cue ball in this area here. Let's see if he can get there. I'd say that's pretty good. Boy, he got right into my circle there, didn't he? That's just where he wanted to get it. Nice shape on the 6. Excellent shot from John. And again, he's definitely taking his time and putting a lot of effort into every stroke. And it's showing on the scoreboard. You have to be very intentional in this game because little tiny mistakes with position is what really gets you in trouble in an 8 ball. Okay, he elects to hold the cue ball for the 1 in the corner. This is going to be a little bit tricky to, he might be able to just kind of do a nip draw shot here, try to hold the cue ball somewhere in this area so he has a manageable 8 ball. I do think he has an angle, so he has to really just put a lot of low and hit it soft. Do that because it's so close to your object ball, so it'll grab and pull it. So he elects to go forward, does not make the shot though. So here we go, opportunity. This is what it's all about. I think this is Brad's, could be potentially his last opportunity in this set. He has to make this ball. Oh, and it drains it. Pressure shot, and he gets it. Now he's faced with a challenge here. Does he want to bank the 8 ball or does he want to try to cut it all the way down? Either one is a difficult shot. The bank is tough because the cue ball is going to get in the path of the 8 right in this area here. Your cue and your 8 are going to be going to the same spot. So he plays a safety. I like that play. He got it, executed it really nicely. And John, I don't see him getting his jump cue out, but this is probably the best position for a jump shot rather than a kick shot. Oh, I apologize. I am still getting used to APA rules. There is no jump shot allowed in APA, so he's going to have to kick at this ball or swerve around the 8 ball with some masse. So really difficult to do. Doesn't have a lot of kicking angles. He might have to go this way at it and come into it this way. I think that that's really the only option that he's got is to try to play 2 rails and then back cut the 1 in. An incredibly difficult shot for any level of player. A very low percentage shot here, but that's all I see that he really has here. You could go 1 rail into it, but I think the 2 rail might be easier, but you could elect to go 1 rail straight into the 1 ball. And let's see which way he goes with this. I believe he's going to go 2 rails into it, just like we talked about, but he came up a little bit short, and that's going to give him ball in hand on the 8-ball, and that is just what Brad GEROW needed to climb back into this match. And I'll be right back. I'm going to help some players get set up on table 9. Be right back. All right, I'm back.
Don't make me say it. You are on the last page.
Welcome in, and Eric Stedman. Ricardo Corral and Avril Hill. Avril Hill, Ricardo Corral, you're on table 38.
I'm missing the date. Go tell Boomer she left out the 16. I got 50, 17. They're on page 17. Thank you. You bet.
As a reminder, when you finish your match, please circle the winner. Please circle the winner and also tally the games won. Tally the games won and circle the winner. If you're looking for some practice, head over to table 0 to beat the Steve. Beat the Steve. Steve's waiting for you now. Lines are forming.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll be in.
Load up.
Hold on, 971. 906. 77.
So yeah, you just go right there on the side with it. Load a little bit. You think 10 points? It'll take you here. It'll take you to 3 and there's the whole thing. Blow it up. Here you go. Take time.
Also, as a reminder, this is modified single elimination. Modified single elimination means that you are guaranteed to play twice, but not necessarily lose twice.
And again, this is modified single elimination. So you are guaranteed to play at least twice, but not necessarily guaranteed to lose twice. Modified single elimination brackets. Okay. So John with stripes, I believe that his challenge is working out this 11 ball here. And I think that the best way to pocket the 11 would be to play it potentially off of the 5 in the pocket, in the side. So to get the 11, I believe, without breaking it out, he's either going to have to bank it or play that shot, which means he'll have to get the cue ball behind the 11. But he's got to get down there first. So Brad's opportunity now. I think Brad is faced with either the 3-6 combination or the 2-6 combination. He's looking at the 2-6. Takes it down. And now that, I believe it's the I believe it's the 15 ball here. It actually has the pocket now. So John is in a much better spot than he was before he missed that last shot, because now he has all open pockets for all of his balls. So Brad kind of took care of the problem, helped him out a little bit. And I think you're going to try to set up on this 10 ball down here, or whatever ball this is, 12 ball, I guess. And if you don't get there, you still probably get the shape on the 10.
Bredas, table 1, Miguel Bredas and Hung Ho. Table 5, Joe Peterson and Jason Bennett. Jason Bennett, Joe Peterson, you're on table 5.
Nice shot there from John. He's executing very well here. And I put him as the favorite here to win this set based on how he's been playing so far. I think that they're both a skill level 5. But certainly one of them is playing a bit higher than the other. And that may just be today, right? That's how we operate as pool players. Sometimes we play above our speed and sometimes we play below our speed. Every day can be different.
On table 7, we have
So
Barrett and Richard Jones.
let's see what he's got here. He's got into a little bit of a spot here. I don't know if that 14 ball has room to play in the side pocket. And so if not, he's going to have to play that 14 up in the corner. And that's going to bring the cue ball off this rail and back out this way. So it's very difficult place. And he's going with the 13. I think he's playing the safety here. He has to be mindful of the 5. Because you don't want to sell out the 5 in the side if you're going to play that safety. You needed to get behind the 8 ball or something like that to not give Brad the opportunity at this 5 ball, because I do believe the 5 plays in the side. Fairly straightforward shot. It does. So now Brad with a good opportunity to get things rolling here. I'm going to try to hold that cue ball as close as he can. I think the best he could do if he slow rolls. Oh, he's playing a safety. Okay. Not a bad play, except for he did kind of sell out the opportunity here on the 14. So he did not get coverage or distance really for his opponent. Not sure exactly if that was his intent to leave the cue ball there, but definitely giving John a really good opportunity to advance here with this 14 in the side, coming down and bringing the cue ball into, looks like around the 13. Okay, it's not over yet. John's going to have to make a tough cut down the rail, walk that 13 down the rail, bringing that cue ball back and forth across here, all the way back. So that's kind of the idea here. Maybe putting a little bit of low on the cue ball, just maybe a half a tip. You don't want to put too much low on it because you will scratch in this side pocket. You just want it to really go straight back and forth here. If you put any kind of top on this, you're going to run into the 8-ball and you could get in trouble. So you've got to be very mindful of where you're hitting on the cue ball here. And you also have to try to make the shot. Well played. He does run into the 8-ball, which is the dangerous thing with running into the 8 is you don't exactly know what you're going to end up getting. He could have gotten a really good leave, and he could have gotten here. So I think that he might just play a safety from here and go ahead and let Brad try to shoot the cue ball from down here. Put the cue ball right here on the rail. Move your 8 a little closer to that pocket and just put the pressure on Brad to try to make something crazy happen. I think that's what I'm doing. Just bump into the 8 nice and gentle. Get the 8 off the rail and put the 8 right up here. So it's a real big threat, and leave the cue ball right down here on the rail and see what your opponent can do. But he's going to go for it. So he's going all out with this kick shot. Risky shot here. But he gets it and drains it. So great kick shot to close out the set for John